Hi, guys. Oh, I added an extra high. By the way, I'm not. So, welcome back. Happy Monday, everybody. What a weekend. Just a weekend of like, I didn't honestly know. I was just telling Ashley this. I have not enjoyed the last 2 seasons of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I just haven't. So I'm gonna be real with you guys. Loved last night. Amazing. And then also I was like, what else is there, for hot, messy topics? Because sometimes I get really worried. I don't want to come on here and waste anybody's time for us to regurgitate the same, topic, same information. So when things come out, it makes these lives so much more fun. And now we have James Kennedy and the Tate brothers. The Tate brothers calling them out. We have Tamra Judge quitting the show. We have Jax Taylor and the pasta. And then we have the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Madison Lecroy is moving. Everybody thinks that she's moving out of Charleston. I'm pretty sure I know exactly where she's moving, but then people are wondering if she's downsizing. I'm going to tell you this straight up. The girl is doing everything but downsizing. But so much to talk about, so much to discuss. So happy Monday, guys. Let's kick this off right. Smash the like button, show some love. And we are joined by one of our favorites, Ashley from Taste of Reality. Hello.
Good morning, Adam and Adam's family.
Hi, how are you?
I am dandy, like a lion. I loved RHOA also. Again, also not thrilled the last couple years, kind of in and out of them. They turned into background noise as the season progressed, as I'm cooking, cleaning, whatnot. I was locked and loaded last night on Atlanta. Actually, I watched it this morning, but yes, loved.
I have so many opinions. By the way, Vicky Harnish said, Kelly says Tamra's lying for a storyline, Adam. Will you remind me when we get to the Tamra one? We're going to call Kelly on the phone and see what she says.
Okay.
Yeah, just remind me, please. But no, it was so good. This morning I woke up so excited, you guys. And I don't know if you believe in The Secret. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It was on Netflix for a long time. It's pretty much about manifestation. So if you put out bad, like say you stub your toe in the morning and you're like, fuck. And then you get a parking ticket and it's just more bad attracts more bad and more bad. And then if you put out positive, you get more positive. I walked down the stairs and I fell down the stairs this morning. It was hailing outside. I couldn't walk the dog.
Oh, no.
And then I forgot Jason at home because I went to the gym without him. And I got back and his coffee was watered down. And I was like, you know what? And then my computer screen took a shit. And I was like, no, I'm still in such a good mood, you guys. Today,
I love that energy from you.
I'm so excited. I don't know why,
all those things, like you're okay. Like you literally dusted your shoulder off and you made it. You're living your best life and wear a hard helmet. I don't know.
It's like not even one of those like, you're okay, but are you really okay? I'm like, no, I was able to like my feet are killing me right now, but I was able to like the energy is good today. And this,
I'm loving that. I'm feeling really good today too. Bowie's chilling like a villain behind me. I can't complain.
All right.
Tamra confirmed her. I know we're getting to Tamra later, but she actually confirmed on Taste of Reality that she quit.
I saw that.
I was like, oh, dear me, Sue, thanks for coming to us. We do love you, Tamra. I know we're getting to it later. I have so much to say.
Oh, we have so
much. It's all happening. Too much is happening. And then the Sheena of it all, being friends with Lady Gaga.
And then the bat on The Masked Singer. Like she might not have ever gotten her Dancing with the Stars, but think about me, think about you. Espresso. Okay.
Don't you love Sabrina Carpenter for teaching people how to say espresso? I mean, there's no X. She finally got it. I mean, she got people saying it correctly. So thank you, Sabrina. And the Carpenters out there.
Lori, so my friend Lori, who Ashley has met, Lori and I got into, she kind of hurt my feelings the other day, and I told her. We were being very open with each other, and I was just visiting, and she was just being straight up with me. And she was telling me something about the Bahamas, and I said, I don't think that's true. And she said, can I just say, you do that a lot. You correct me a lot. And the reason I know is because it's very rude to correct people. And I didn't realize, I'm like, no, it's not that I don't think that I feel like I'm correcting anybody. But then after she pointed that out, I said, I'm going to be more aware. I didn't take it to heart. I was like, this is a friend telling me as a friend, this is rude to correct people. And then I was talking to my dad, and my dad's like, I'm stopping and getting some espresso. And I was like, enjoy that espresso, Dad. Enjoy. And I just thought about it, and I'm like, damn it, Lori. Because maybe now, how like when somebody points something out, you're a little bit more aware.
Oh my God, it's so annoying.
It's so annoying.
Somebody who mishears a song and then tells you what they think the lyrics are. So every time you hear that song, you hear the wrong lyrics. No, I know that.
Yeah. But shall we start with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, or shall we start with Tammy Sue? Where do you want to go?
Let's start with Atlanta. The girls are back.
You guys, this cast for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I saw where somebody said that you guys feel like a lot of the cast is trashy. I have to completely disagree with you guys. I think that Shamia is my standout. She is my standout by far. I am obsessed with her. I think that I didn't know that we were sleeping on her for so long. I didn't know. Did you know?
We had no, I say we, Imani and I have already had this conversation. Like, wow, did she come out strong in this first episode? And like, why did RHOA? They kept this Shamia card up their sleeve and just decided to pull it out now. Like, grateful.
Like, what are they, fucking Gambit from X-Men? Like,
what's that?
They're like Gambit from X-Men.
That was like the straightest reference you've ever made, for the record.
I mean,
you've made one sports joke and one like Marvel Universe joke, and any more, and I'll be like, who are you?
No, most of it's Diary of a Mad Black Woman, Tyler Perry, and Mean Girls. So
yes,
that's fair. But no, looking at it, I'm like, why were we so focused on Marlo Hampton for the longest time and trying to bring her on? I didn't know. I legitimately did not know this woman. First of all, she has the second highest sale, not in Atlanta, Georgia, you guys, in the state of Georgia, her $9 million home called Sterling Hall. The home.
Sterling? It just sounds so expensive.
Did you see the clear see-through elevator from her bedroom?
Oh my God. Her raising her daughter, the elevator versus the stairs. I was like, dude, that's like, I think the biggest flex we've ever seen in a house on this show in the history of ever.
She has a home, by far, you guys, my favorite home to date. And it's not because I'm biased. It's just legitimately, it's always been my favorite home. Aside from Alexia's Real Housewives of Miami penthouse, that where they could pull the car up inside of the house on like the 150th floor, has always been Villa Rosa. Just because it's magical. It's like there
are swans.
I mean, you have swans walking into the house like fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's
like
no argument.
On her couch and a swan is walking in like, like we don't know what's happening in that house, but we love it. This house, so stunning. Last night, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Ashley, I'm going to ask you, but everybody in the live chat, give us a rating 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. And next to your rating, let us know where you're watching from.
I'm going to give a solid 9 from Las Vegas. A 9 from Vegas for me.
I'm going to give it a 9. I think.
Fantastic.
I think that the girls, like, let me see real quick who we have here. All right. So Phaedra, the funny thing is Phaedra didn't even start filming until the last 3-4 weeks of the show. So how she became a housewife, we don't know.
They couldn't even get enough footage of her like running like with the girls in the scenes for the preview. And they had to, which I love it, but they gave her that private scene with the peach and she goes, juicy love. But it's like, yeah, they're teasing us with Phaedra because she's not in the mix, but they know that we want Phaedra. Yeah, that was a reason. Yeah, but I'm just glad that she's coming back again.
Yeah, me too. There were a few people though too. I feel like we got a Karen Huger. Do you know who I'm talking about? With our wig.
I'm still learning names, and I'm terrible with names. So the real standouts, there were so many new people in the best way, but I'm still learning names. So you tell me who you think.
Okay, so there were 4. Let me see really quick. Let me bring
Kelly
this
was
up.
a standout aside from Shamia for me.
There was Britt Eady, who's a new addition to the cast. She was the one who, and I have some opinions on her. She was the one who Kenya insulted
Oof.
about her ring.
Yep.
Kelly Farrell, I have a lot of opinions on her. I think, listen, girl, you might be the queen of waffles, but you are not the queen of delivery because you messed up big here. Angela Oakley. She's the one who's married to the NBA legend, Charles Oakley.
Yes.
She's the one who came in very Karen Huger-esque. She's a little bit older. She's more refined. She's less, she's not like sitting there trying to pop off, but she can get into it if you need her to. And she's very just, when her husband said, honey, you got to go fix your wig. You got to like just pull it down, do something. I was like, this is our new Karen Huger, just hopefully minus the DUI.
Oh,
I'm not trying to be funny there.
All 4 of them.
All 4 of them. But then we're watching the show. We get Porsha Williams coming back. We've been waiting for this for a long time. Kenya, I think they tried to cut out as much as possible, but they weren't able to. And if you guys,
they know people want Kenya. People are mad that she's not on the screen. So I feel they're like playing the line. Like, yes, we had to eliminate scenes. We had to not further our relationship with her this season, but she's not fired, and they will use her because people are upset when she's not getting publicized.
I think that too, Kenya, even her being back on the show, it made me miss her right away. I was like, oh, you are the show. If you watch the vets when they sit down, if you watch, even Shamia comes off like as a vet. Like she's been around it for a long time. Like the way that she gets the conversations going, the way that she's not silly enough to put her foot in her mouth, knowing that this is going to be recorded and used against them.
Oh, gosh.
Bailey driving the conversation in the storyline, and then Kenya being like, sit down, let catch me up, ladies. Like, what's going on? I kind of like the vets and the newbies.
I was going to say, I hope they're taking notes for New York, which they're revamping. Obviously, we're in the middle of like figuring what the heck is going on with Jersey at the moment. Take note. And Andy said Atlanta is a model moving forward. Andy always like spices it and sells it. That's his job. So I took it for what it was. I remember him saying it, but I was like, we'll see. He overpromises. This was not an overpromise. If the season continues like it is, I'm very hopeful, but I'm seeing a lot of 4s in here. I can't believe these low ratings.
I'm actually kind of surprised too. You know what? I kind of think that this was a tester too for Andy Cohen and Bravo, because I think that they know that they royally effed up with the Real Housewives of New York total reboot. And I think that this was a way to keep some of our favorites, bring back some of our favorites, like Porsha and Phaedra are now back, right? So people have been asking for them for a long time. And then we incorporate some new. So it was the old with the new, which is what they originally, a lot of the fans wanted out of RHONY. They just didn't do it. And now they committed to what this cast is. So they can't go back, because then that just means that Bravo, Andy, NBC are admitting that they made a mistake. You know?
Right.
So we're not going to get that. Kelly. I'm not a fan.
I'm enjoying her on the show, but I'm skeptical of her intentions, maybe. She looks like she's coming in, like looking for a lot of steam early on. And that makes me skeptical. However, did I enjoy everything she served? Like she served, I ate it up.
No, that's the thing.
Right.
I'm not a fan as far as like, I feel like we can read through what she's doing in the thirst of it, but you either want us to be a huge fan or you want us to hate you. Because you want us to watch you. If you're in the gray area and we're not talking about you, you got a problem. You don't want to be there. And she is definitely not there. When she came in and, she shares what's going on, like her daughters, and she has like this little sorority house that she's talking about. And I thought it was really cute, and how she's so successful and self-made with her business. I thought that was incredible. But then I didn't understand the hard-on for Porsha. And what it gave to me was a newbie on Real Housewives of New Jersey who wants to immediately come in and like dethrone Teresa Giudice. That's what it screamed to me. Like, we know who the top dog is. We know who the most anticipated cast member is of this season. I'm going to take that bitch down. That's what it read to me.
I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy it.
Oh, right. But then even when she was and they were sitting there and they were having like lunch or whatever, I thought Shamia played this really, really well. But then let's just fast forward. We get to Shamia's party. Shamia has a couple changes. She gets a $500,000 car, which is worth more than my house. So that's amazing. We're so happy for you, Shamia.
Yeah.
And we're very jealous. And Porsha shows up while she's getting the car. So many people talked about how rude that was. I want to break the fourth wall for you guys because I know that they can't. They get call times. This is very carefully planned out. They storyboard this and how we're going to make an entrance in the first group entrance. They're going to tell you who's going to come in first. They want the last person, like Nene Leakes would always be one of the last people to walk in. And it would be like, oh my God, it was an entrance because she was the most highly anticipated cast member. The same thing happened with Porsha. And they knew when she was getting the car, Porsha was probably sitting in her own car with production. And they were like, okay, Porsha, we're ready for you. Q, go ahead. And then she walked up and they were like, this bitch, really? You're gonna walk up when she's getting her car and having her moment? Her moment? That's what all the women were looking at her. And Porsha was just like, hey, I've been waiting in the production car for like an hour. So now I'm here. Can't wait. Yeah. You know, like, I don't think that, you know, they're not going to tell her what she's doing. They're just going to cue her.
That's the thing. Like, I don't think, maybe just because we're in it more, we see things for that. We see like the production behind it, but a lot of people don't understand like how that works. So I think it's really important that we have these conversations because it kind of lifts the veil a bit as far as like what the intention is. Whereas with like saying the storyboard, things don't just happen on these shows. They're all very curated. Let's go back. We're talking Kenya Moore. Let's go back a few seasons to the Kenya Moore hair care with the marching band. It looked like she like totally did that and she, you know, crashed this party, which she did. But production knew she was doing that. You don't have just an extra 10 people on set with instruments and they don't know about it and make it work. Like, it's all planned out.
It's all planned out. You know, it's like even Miami girl on Vanderpump Rules. Like, they flew her out, you know? Production flew her out. They put her up in a hotel. Yep. They gave her this whole moment. And then they put her and they said, we're going to let you talk to Tom. And what they did was they pulled her away from the conversation because they wanted Tom and Ariana to clown her. And she didn't realize the joke was on her. Production is always going to be in favor of whoever is bringing in the most energy and the biggest ratings, because that gives them their accolades at the end of the season if they emphasize those people, and that creates more viewership for that franchise. So they're not stupid. But now getting back to it, with Britt Edie, what I didn't like was it did feel like I agreed with Porsha when Porsha was like, hi, I'm Porsha. Like, nice to meet you. Not like as soon as you sit down, like what I was saying was, how can we try? How did that woman steal that other woman's man? And Porsha was like, I don't even know who you are.
Right. Wasn't that Kelly who said that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I say somebody else?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's all good. I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page. Yeah, that seemed thirsty, but however, that is going to drive a storyline. But they're going to be bringing that back and using that against homegirl Kelly entire season.
They are definitely going to use it against Kelly. And I think that Kelly just royally effed up, because Shamia is going to be a standout. That's going to be a problem for Porsha. Porsha is used to Shamia always being in the background. Shamia is not going to be in the background anymore. She is made for this.
Oh, she's driving the bus this season.
She is driving the bus. And this was such an opportunity for Kelly to, maybe be friends with Porsha or maybe get yourself in there. And I think she's doing it the wrong way. By the way, too, I'm always somebody who knows what, I find somebody like a celebrity or an animal or a person or a thing that somebody looks like. Somebody is going to start the memes with Kelly and the Cheshire Cat. They are with the grin. They are going to attack her. I'm telling you, this is coming. I think she's beautiful, but I'm telling you,
those brows are very dramatic.
They are very dramatic brows. Very, very. But then the Britt Edie girl also came off to me like thirsty. You have this massive rock. Wait, you don't agree?
I was like, why is Kenya like on this girl already?
I think it was so light. Did you think it was
like really why is Kenya like, I just was like, it didn't make sense. It seemed like Kenya was going in with a bone to pick, and I don't know why, it seemed like Kenya was instigating. And I don't know why she picked this one woman, but it seems like she was like, yes, you. Maybe because it felt to me like she was projecting. She has this ring, she has this man. Maybe she's upset because, things didn't end up the way she wanted to with her child's father. I don't know. It felt Kenya did not come across. I didn't think it was cute.
I'm going to break fourth wall again, and I'm not actually breaking a real fourth wall because I was not sitting down with production, but in my head, this is why watching these shows, it's so fucked up for me. In my head, what I'm thinking is that production knew that Kelly was gunning for Porsha, and they know that this is going to tie her into the rest of the season. And they needed Britt Edie to be tied in as well. And they didn't know that Kenya was going to clearly be removed from the show, whatever we want to call it. But I think what they did was they aligned this where maybe they put a bug in her ear and they wanted her to just spout off at Britt in order to organically push her into the group to have some sort of drama.
Right.
So, and she's a great instigator. Kenya's amazing. She's beautiful. She's stunning. And she's an asshole. Like she actually will tell you, I'm an asshole.
And I really have enjoyed Kenya over the years. That doesn't mean I've always been a fan of what she does. There are times where I'm like, girl, no. But she's good TV, and I feel she's not afraid to get messy and somewhat. I don't want to say she can own her mess because I can't go back. I'm so upset still about that Tamron Hall, her 911 emergency PR interview with Tamron Hall, when and I don't remember exactly what she said, but she defended displaying revenge yes, content that is explicit against Britt at a cast event. And she said, yeah, I did that to defend my daughter. And it's like, no, something happened days ago. You made a choice to bring a photo to Kinko's or to a copy somewhat store, get it blown up. All of this was planned. All of this was staged. It's not, I was like, when you hurt me, you're hurting my family. And what happens if I can't take care of my daughter anymore? She doesn't have a mother. What? How did we talk about your daughter? Stop manipulating us. Stop talking about your daughter. Like, you get to make these mistakes because your daughter needs you. Like, no, you need to step up your game for your daughter and not pull that ridiculous nonsense.
You know what's funny is this goes back to that moment where we watched on Atlanta where Candy Burris said, I am not Michelle Obama. If you go low, I'm going low with you. And that's exactly what Kenya did. She went low with her. And I'm sure you could see Britt Edie is going to get messy with Kenya. It looks like Kenya took the mess to a whole new level. I do sort of sometimes, maybe not in this instance, because I don't know the full context of what Kenya delivered in that moment. But I do think, like, for a long time, a lot of these Bravo celebrities were rewarded for awful behavior. I mean, Ramona. Stassi punching Kristen Doty in the face.
Iconic,
Like,
I'm sorry.
but I'm saying they were rewarded for this.
Right.
It was
Yeah.
like,
Jax ripping off his thick knit shirt, his heavy knit sweater in the parking lot. Like, this is why they have notoriety.
but then it's like, you know, sometimes where Kenya was like, I was always rewarded for this. And I'm like, she's not wrong, you guys.
Okay.
Like, but also I don't know if she fully displayed revenge if that was actually the case. I don't know. I wasn't there, you know, like Kenya's story is very different than the story that some of the other cast members have. And then Phaedra and Porsha have come out and defended Kenya. So I don't know. It kind of puts me in one of those situations like thinking about Brandi Glanville and Caroline Manzo. There's Caroline's story, there's Brandy's story, and then there's the cast who was there. And we still have yet to see the footage.
Well, I will say, just because at Taste of Reality, we did cover this whole Kenya thing very extensively. There was audio. Somebody in there grabbed audio, and it was of Kenya talking about Brittany satisfying a man. So that happened. We heard it. It's out there. And then again, and we posted this, there was a blown up photograph, and it was behind another blown up photograph, but you could see it kind of hanging out. And it looks like it's a picture of exactly what is being described of Brittany.
Fellatio.
Yeah. But can we pause for a second? Because this is being talked about in the comments, and I think this is an important conversation. Britt's photos of her performing those acts are out on the internet. That is true. People, not everybody, they're disagreeing in the comments, but it's been saying, and I've seen this in the comments elsewhere too, is it revenge if that content is already out on the internet? Some people are saying, how is it revenge, Schmorn? We're just gonna rhyme. How is it revenge, Schmorn, if it's out on the internet? It's anybody can access it. But I think that's where it becomes. I don't agree with that personally. Maybe there's a definition. I could be wrong on this, but I feel the fact that she was using it against her, she was using it to belittle her. That's what makes it revenge, and that's what I feel like that's a totally different thing. I don't like that at all. I do consider that revenge more, and I'm not comfortable with that.
I'm just going to double down on what you're saying too, because technically if Kenya felt that Britt crossed a line with her and she came in with this, even though it's already public and it's out there, she came in with the intent to introduce it to millions and millions of more viewers, streamers, everything. Like, if we just met Britt Eady on this show, guys, we wouldn't have done a deep dive. We wouldn't have known that she had these tapes. We wouldn't have known that she
put it out there to embarrass her.
Yeah. So she did show up with malintent.
Right.
To use this footage, this content to embarrass and put this woman, like, hold her feet to the fire. So essentially that would be revenge and retaliation. Mm-hmm. So it was definitely retaliatory, and that is it. It is exactly what you could dance around it all day. You know, like you're saying, there's the audio, then there's the photos. I didn't see that, so I need to go down your deep dive. Like I said before we started covering it. The last 2 seasons of Atlanta lost me. I am so excited to be back in it again.
Oh,
I
me
think
too.
This just makes me, here we are.
But the way it was shot, and a lot of people, I don't watch a lot of reality shows on other cable networks. Like, I'm a Bravo girly for the most part. So I don't know, like, the Love and Hip Hop. I don't know a lot of, like, the other VH1 shows, but a lot of comments said that it was shot very similar to that. I can't confirm that, but all I know is that I loved it. I thought it was, like, really, just very fun, and it felt fresh and new, very modern, that they would have, like, the woman's body, you know, and then, like, the backgrounds would change, and then they would be talking about somebody. They would have a graphic, like, explaining to this person, and then another person would pop up on the screen. I just thought it looked very, very visually entertaining and different than anything they've done in Atlanta and any other franchise. I was skeptical by the preview, looking so different from what we were used to. I loved it. I ended up loving it.
By the way, before we move on, if you and your husband got a divorce, right?
Mhm.
And your husband dealt with, say your husband was somebody who dealt with PR.
Mhm.
And Amani started working with your husband and was like, it's good, right? Like, whatever, like he's your baby's father. And, is Drew Sidora crossing a line here with Dennis McKinley?
I feel like this is such a parallel of the Kyle and PK. As I was watching this, I was like, this is such like a parallel to Beverly Hills right now. I'm sorry. That's breaking girl code. You should know better than that. You should know better than that.
My friends would be, I don't even care. If I've ever come on here, guys, and I told you that I wouldn't care if you were friends with Jason, I'm a liar. I'm a liar. If something happened, he cheated on Porsha while Porsha was pregnant, right? She ended up giving birth. She ended up leaving his ass. And that's it. And now they're co-parents. But Drew is supposed to be her friend. They go over to Drew calling her at the reunion. Porsha was there for her. No. If I was friends with any of you guys and Jason and I ended up getting a divorce and somebody said to me, well, Jason's just teaching me how to do a backflip because I want to get into Cirque. And like, I hope you understand. I would be like, like, yeah, I understand.
No.
We'll never talk again.
No, I'm going to Game of Thrones you. I'm going to get all of the townspeople on the street, strip you naked, have you walk down the street as I use a bell and say shame, shame, shame while people throw trash at you.
Yeah, I'm not going to be like Sandy Sweetheart from RHOA or from what was it? What was that show? Jersey Shore. I'm not going to be like Sammy Sweetheart and be like, I'm the sweetest bitch you've ever met. I'm going to be like Cardi B being like,
no, I'm the bitchiest bitch you ever met.
You got beef with me forever.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Get your finger out of my face, Adam.
Yeah. Drew did this for a storyline. We'll see. Why would Drew expect Dennis to get it okayed by Porsha? Guys, maybe it is the storyline. I don't know. What we do know is Ralph is in the basement. And what we also know is that didn't work for Kim and Kroy. So we'll see how that pans out.
In the basement. If anybody deserves to be in the proverbial basement, it's him.
I'm sure that basement is great. And by the way, the fact that they have the chef and shit, I'm like, Drew,
but like,
get away from me.
I can't think of her husband all of a sudden right now. Drew's husband, Ralph. Ralph is like the epitome of like that guy who's like so hot when you first see him. And then like the more he talks, the less attractive he gets. Like he's hot. Like I was like, oh, it's been so long. Oh, look, Ralph's really attractive. And then like 2 seconds later, I'm like,
No, to be honest, especially if you see him, like if you look at Ralph on her first season, when Ralph comes in and he's like all shirtless and he has like his towel around him, Ralph really is so hot.
He's
physically.
So hot.
But
the red flags make him not hot.
I mean, also he can be so hot and that's fine. One thing can be true, but then also at the other end of it, if you're super, super hot, but then you're out here just like being a nasty and like doing weird random shit behind your wife's back, then you're not so appealing anymore. But with that, okay. Now, shall we get to the elephant in the room?
Wow. Yes. Let's talk Tammy Sue, y'all.
No, not that.
Oh, what's the elephant in the room?
The fact that Bodie got off the couch.
Oh, where did he go? Oh, he's outside. He's sunning himself.
Oh, okay.
It's a lovely day here in Vegas.
Hi, Bodie. All right, guys. So we're going to give you
David. They share a birthday.
We're going to give you guys well, a couple things really quick. One,
Bowie was bored with our conversation. He's like, can we move on already?
Yeah, he was over Atlanta. So Tamra Judge posted this yesterday saying it was a long run. When life gives you real problems, this reality shit doesn't make sense. Peace out. I'm out. Is Tamra quitting RHOC? Yes, this was actually to Taste of Reality, right?
Yeah, you can just go ahead and pull up Taste of Reality if you want. You can get it straight from the horse's mouth because the comments are commenting. I mean, Whew.
No,
I
right here.
appreciated the fact that I think that there's two things very clearly happening. We know they're on a cast trip in New Orleans, and we know that her best friend is literally going through removing tumors from her brain. They found tumors on Teddi Mellencamp's lungs. Teddi is going through it. What she said in her post was, it's been a long run. When life gives you real problems, this reality shit doesn't make sense. Peace out. I'm out. Somebody was probably picking on her. It could have been Gretchen. I saw somebody sent into one of the Instagram accounts. I'm sorry, I don't remember which one, but they said it was a dinner party. Obviously, it's always at a meal. And Tamra was arguing with a man, and who is this man? I have no idea. But she popped off, lost her shit, and was gone. But who knows? Allegedly.
Well, what I want to add to this is, before I end up playing a clip for you guys, like Ashley said, so they're in New Orleans for their, or New Orleans.
I'm a Shelmation, so I know. People in the area know exactly what I'm talking about. I am wearing a penguin dress to prove my point.
Those aren't penguins.
Pelicans, my bad.
I was about to say, that's not a penguin.
No, pelican, my bad. Excuse me.
Oh, thanks. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. I got my birds wrong.
You got your P's and your birds, your P's and your B's.
My P's and my Q's.
Okay. So what I was going to say to this really quick is, while I think that it would not be easy to deal with everything that Tamra is dealing with having her co-host and one of her best friends, you know, like getting brain surgery. These are not little things, you guys.
No.
It's like when people were talking to me about Teddi and I, less than a month before she found out that she had brain tumors, she went in on me. I just clapped back with like a little bit of a clap back. Oh, hold on real quick. Sorry, guys.
But like, point being, all that is nonsense. When you or somebody that you love is dealing with something like cancer, especially such an aggressive cancer, she's got her priorities. If this is not a healthy space for her, Tamra Judge, you do what you need to do for yourself, your mental health, and be there for your bestie.
Well, and also I can see where this would be emotional, and you look at some of this shit, like it's the same way that I kind of looked at it with Tamra or with Teddi, like going through this and getting her head shaved and finding out about the tumors. Like, and when people are asking me like, well, what do you think? And like, do we still hate Teddi? And I'm like, guys, this is all bullshit. This is fun, meant to be fun, meant to be escapism, meant to be entertainment.
Fodder. You can't.
Fodder, you know what I mean? It's not even comparable to somebody having something like that done. But
the energy of, she's getting what she deserves is like the grossest, most inhumane take I've heard, and I can't stand behind that. And I, a lot of times, have really trashy, gross takes on things, and even I'm like, yeah, no, that's wrong.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to go ahead and play this clip for you guys. Hold on. Where did I just have it? Because I just
it could be performative of Tamra. She's done these big dramatic things. I'm looking at Quentin's post. Hi, Quentin. Yeah. You're absolutely right. It could 100% be performative. Oh my God! From Metairie, hey Lisa, Shelmation here.
Here, I'm gonna play this really quick. Present. I found it, you guys.
Please go to Rocky and Carlos and eat some food for me.
She did post on Instagram something that inferred that she's leaving.
And then she commented on another post that said, "Is Tamra Judge quitting?" And she said yes with 5 exclamation points.
Yes.
And then she took RHOC out of her bio.
Okay. All right. Girl. Calm down, Hunter.
What happened?
It was
sorry.
I got the report of what happened last night. All I will say is this. I can't comment on what's going on and while we're filming shows. I guess the thing that is at the top of my mind is that one of her best friends, if not her best friend, is going through an incredibly intense health crisis. So maybe keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I really don't have anything to say on the subject.
Okay. So let's just do this really quick.
Are we calling Kelly?
Yeah.
Okay, Steph, I wanted to make sure we got you.
Okay, Kelly.
I'm going to tell you if we can't hear you, okay? Just because.
Hi, Kelly.
Hey, honey.
Hey, I'm recording. Is it okay to ask you a question?
Of course.
Okay, so everybody thinks that I'm on with Ashley from Taste of Reality, and everybody thinks that right now, she says hi, that right now, Tamra Judge, that this is, they're saying that you're.
Wait, hold on a second. I put my thing in there.
Can you put your speaker closer to the
I'm
microphone?
at Whole Foods right now getting a protein shake. Hold on.
That's so much better.
Sorry. So it didn't work? It just said denied. It might have been moved too fast. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on a second. Okay, approved. Oh, it's okay. All right, thank you so much. Okay, so sorry about that.
No.
You caught me at Whole Foods.
Well, everybody's saying that you think that this is a fake thing about Tamra.
Of course it is. We've signed contracts. She's $1 million at stake. Who in their right mind? She's doing it for publicity. She doesn't have a storyline. This is her story. And it brings people to want to watch it. I mean, it's all manipulation. That's what this is right now. You sign contracts. She has to go throughout her contract. She's already been sued before. Bravo could sue her and then some. I mean, the contracts are so one-sided that she will 100% not give up $1 million. And it's just ridiculous how she even wrote that on there. And I hope Bravo finds her.
Well, because you got fined.
We all got fined. Trisha Giudice has been fined. Shannon Bedore's been fined. We've all been fined. But I mean, for her to do this publicly I hope to God Bravo fines her for this.
Can you please explain on what grounds she would get fined?
She's just so fake. And so she wants attention beyond. This is something when it comes down to it, she's not going to give up $1 million.
What?
Even if she's crushing it with being a CBD, even if she is, she's not going to give up $1 million. It'd be totally stupid.
Ashley from Taste of Reality wanted to know on what grounds would she actually be fined?
I don't even know what grounds I got fined for. They didn't even told me. I wore that Drunk Wives Matter hat, and they charged. And then I said at the end of the thing, I wore Drunk Wives, and I said, "Was God's way of thinking to her?" Did I say things that were probably not appropriate? I didn't do anything on the show. I was totally fine on the show. It was what I got fined for on Instagram, and I asked them, "Can you give me a tally of why I was charged $16,000?" And I'm like, "Nope, we don't have to."
Oy.
Wow.
They signed with Bravo.
Okay.
I thought, and I saw an attorney. They looked at my contract and they're like, "Yep, Bravo can take as much money as they want from you. Well, you signed this contract."
And then the last two questions that I have really quick is, do you think that this was like a intoxicated post?
Intoxicated?
Yeah, do you think that this was like a silly, we were drunky pants in New Orleans and I got ahead of myself and made a silly post?
I think what happened was when she can't take like anybody criticizing her or coming after her. She's the bully. And then when she starts to get bullied, like Lizzie did to her, she can't handle it. And like, you know, she even said, she told me, Tamra, she said that she left Bali and that she was crying the whole way home. And I went back and I watched it, like, because she was telling me how awful it was and that she was like, I'm going to quit. She threatened to quit, all because Lizzie said that she was insecure. Like, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wait, you wanted to quit and you left by yourself back from Bali? Like, she got a plane back by herself. Like, she didn't go back with the rest of the cast because she couldn't handle it. But she'll cool off. Like, she probably did it because, this is a very, very toxic environment. Being on these shows is toxic beyond. It's constant bullying. It's horrible. And when somebody comes after you like that, you do feel like you want to quit. You do feel like it's not worth it. And at the moment, she probably had it, and she probably, is impulsive, and she wrote that. And then she's going to realize that she signed this contract, and she is, they could come after her. She's not going to, it was for probably, attention. She doesn't have a storyline. She probably thought that this was going to be, oh my God, they're coming after me. So you have to watch this season. It's all manipulation. She's all about manipulation, Tamra.
Well, the last question I have is, if she did quit partially through filming and say like she stood to her guns and said, I'm not coming back, would she have to give up the entire salary for that season, or would it just
I don't know everyone has different contracts. I know she has attorneys. Like, for instance, Shannon's never had attorneys looking at her contract. She's only signed them. Like, she never wanted to, push the wave. And I guess this year she got an attorney the first time after, 12 years of being on this show. I know, Emily doesn't have an attorney. She reads it herself. But there's a lot of people that have attorneys reading their stuff. I know Tamra's not dumb. She does. So I don't know how her contract was written, but Bravo's contracts are pretty one-sided. And I cannot see, they could totally come after you. You can't just quit in the middle of the season. You can't. And for like the instance, like that girl quit, Roman James's ex-wife, the redhead, she quit in the middle of the season. She was going and getting paid $56,000. She didn't care. That was nothing to her. She's worth, tens of millions of dollars, Nicole. And she's like, 56,000 is what I spent on clothes. Like, no big deal. So she didn't, she didn't care if she quit in the middle of the season. You know what I mean?
right?
So, but with Tamra, you sign contracts to be on there. And she could very well say, I'm really crushing it doing the CBD thing. I don't know, but I'm very unlikely someone would give up $1 million. I don't know how her contract's written, so I can't speak upon that.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Kelly. I appreciate you.
You're welcome, honey.
All right.
All right. Well, I miss you guys. All right.
Miss you. I'll give you a shout later when I'm on the road.
Okay. Take care.
Right. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Kelly.
Okay.
And
there
just
you go.
to make a point about Tamra, and Kelly said she doesn't have a storyline this season. I think it's interesting. This entire Tamra went to one therapy session and is on the autism spectrum, has just been like swept under the rug. It happened after Orange County wrapped and before they started filming. And why isn't, if she was diagnosed with autism, if she was diagnosed with beyond the spectrum, wouldn't that be her storyline? It was like her figuring out like her path of like, hey, now that I know this, how can I give myself strategies to move forward in the best way possible?
Yeah.
Like, why is like all of a sudden this whole autism thing disappeared? I thought she was like dealing with this.
Well, I mean, we don't know. We don't know how this is going to play out. This just doesn't stop, Ashley.
Woo!
And I don't even know what to say about the on the spectrum thing. To be fair, I think that was very prematurely done. I think that we've had these conversations. I think Amani spoke on this very well. Amani was talking about how she has family that, you know, she deals with a lot of these things that are being talked about. I don't want to just like spit a term out there because I don't want to get this wrong. And I feel like these sorts of topics always make me nervous because I think that there are two types of people. The ones that perform and the ones that don't. No, this is not a Britney Spears song. I'm kidding.
I was about to say, is it like a circus?
No. There are two kinds of people in this world. No. I think that
entertain, ones that observe.
There are people who are very reckless with the terminology and the diagnosis of a lot of these things. And there are people who I think are like me, who are just like, I am not speaking on anything that I don't know shit about. Even when it comes to politics, when it comes to religion, if somebody wants to get into a conversation or have an argument with me, my God, this shirt is defining my boobies.
I know your cleavage looks amazing. Hello, Mr. Pectoral Prince.
My God.
Let me close this door. They're like gardening outside. 1 second.
Yeah. Close the door and I'll show you guys my boobies. But then
I tripped over my own foot. I'm that girl.
We got to talk about this next.
Okay.
Jax Taylor came out and fully confirmed that he has had an addiction with the pasta. Now, so many people.
Hold on, this is my surprise face. I'm like Macaulay Culkin. Ah, like who didn't know?
I mean, I'm literally like, this man threw a cigarette in my face and like looked at me like, and I was like,
okay. I've not had a good interaction with Jax. No.
I cannot. I've said this. I've said it so many times. I'm not a fan of Jax. I cannot stand Jax. I think that Jax is a big asshole. But him coming forward and saying that he's 100 days sober. Listen, I hope that you end up staying sober. I hope it works for you. And I hope you can. Do I think that he will? No. Do I think that he wants attention? Yes. Do I wish that on him? No. But I think that he's just a big douchebag.
I'm going to say, just for the record, I want him to be the best version of himself for, number one, himself, the co-parenting relationship he's going to have for that child is 3, the next 15 years of co-parenting with Brittany, get it together for her sake and for the sake of course, your child. So first and foremost, Jax, do the right thing by everybody. With that said, we were just talking about being performative, like the Valley's coming out soon. They haven't given a date, but it's coming out soon. Is he just putting this out there because he knows he's going to look like a monster? In the past, he said he's never looked worse than season 2 of The Valley. Is he front loading this? So we're like, oh, Jax is going through so much.
This is his way of being like, it's kind of his MO. He's like, yeah, I'm an asshole. Everybody knows I'm an asshole. So it's okay. Like, I'm an asshole. But it's like, you saying that you're an asshole is not negating the fact that you're an asshole and the impact that has on everybody around you. You owning it just means that it's even worse because you are aware that you are an asshole.
Right.
It does not it doesn't negate it and be like, well, at least I own that I'm an asshole. It's like, no, we didn't. That wasn't a question.
Right.
No, it wasn't a question. Nope.
No. Before we move into this video, can I please say Brittany looks so pretty, and shout out to her high body count hair. I mean it as a compliment.
As somebody who loves high body count hair when I do mine. Yeah.
I love your high body count hair. You never have your high body count hair on lives with me. And I think it's intentional because I would not be okay.
I actually have my hair
love
up.
Your hair very much.
I had my hair out today and ready to go, but it's super flat right now because I have a hat on, but I was like not feeling it. I never feel it. Everybody's always like, put it out, but here we go.
Okay, before you hit play, real quick, Stephanie in the comments just said, if Bravo turns him into a victim, I'm out. Number one, girl, preach. Number two, go on Instagram. There's an account on Instagram. It's a great account. It's called at the Pink Pop Box or Pink Pop Box. I don't remember. Pink Pop Box. Look it up. He has a video about the manipulation of Jeremiah, the producer, and how toxic the shows are that he produces. I highly recommend you look up that Instagram. Just say. Okay. Sorry.
Oh.
Opinions were had.
So I'm parked at a gas station right now, but I am just so excited because I just finished my shoot to do the whole rebrand for When Reality Hits. So I'm fully taking it over. I cannot wait for you guys to see this photo shoot. I love you, Courtney. I love you, Bradley. I love you, Anais. Like, this is going to be so much fun. Podcast 1, I cannot wait. Like, When Reality Hits is going to another level, and I am so ready for this. So I'm parked at a gas station right now, but I'm just so excited because I just finished my shoot to do the whole.
Okay, got it.
She looks so good. Like, she looks like she lost 220 pounds of dead weight.
I think it was a little bit more than that there, honey. But yeah. Okay, so Jax is on the pasta. We're so shocked, and Brittany is winning. That's what we want for Brittany all the time.
Love this for you, Britt. Love this for you.
Love this for you. All right, so as we continue moving on through this, there's two more things that I want to talk about. This is another thing, since we're on the topic of Vanderpump Rules. This is not going to be, I'm sorry guys in advance, not going to be.
Yeah, this is ugly.
Here we go.
Ooh.
So I actually found out from tasteofreality.com, Ashley and Amani, that Ariana Madix has unfollowed James because of this. If you guys haven't seen this, thank you to Face Reality 16 saying, I have had a hard time reposting this person because, well, if you don't know, a quick Google search and you'll know why. But I also have a hard time believing James did not know who these people are. He's their core demographic.
Amen.
Scroll over. Tate updates. This guy begged the Tate brothers for a picture like a fan just to post this right after. He said, I regret posting a photo with the Tate brothers at an event last night. I was unfamiliar with their content and the allegations against them. I only know them as podcasters that have posted a viral clip about Vanderpump, and I have since educated myself and condemned their beliefs. I am sorry to all that I offended. Kristen Tate said, begged and kissed my ass for 30 minutes straight and called me a hero. He knew exactly who I was and what content I made. He's just a pussy who can't handle DMs from woke, and I don't know what that word is, and I don't even want to try. F this guy.
Literally F James Kennedy so hard. That's disgusting. And the grossest part of his comment, can you bring back what he said in that the black screen with the white text? Yeah, that, can you just make it a little bigger? Yeah. Up. Can you move it to the picture? Yeah, there. It says, I've educated myself and condemn their beliefs. Condemn their beliefs? Question mark, question mark, question mark. How about condemn their actions? Their actions are what need to be condemned. Crimes against women, schmeshmal, crimes against women, human trafficking. Those are not like questioning their beliefs. These are crimes. Physical, violent crimes. Disgusting. Disgusting and despicable.
I mean,
literally vomit. Oh, I'm pissed now.
Okay, well, there's more happening out in the world. because this is probably not going to end well for James Kennedy. But if you want to take it over to something a little bit more positive,
Ooh, I'm heated. Ooh, Mama needs to calm down.
Well, Madison Lecroy is moving.
Yay, upgrading, I'm sure, because she's that girl.
I know.
Now, we are not Tate of reality. Thank you very much, Matt. Thank you. You accidentally put Tate of reality instead of taste. I mean, it was a simple typo, not a biggie, but like right as we're talking about the Tate brothers, like it's funny. It's funny. Okay, I'm not pissed anymore because like I'm still pissed, but like I'm laughing. So thank you. Thank you, Matt.
Well, I'm going to just show you this really quick. Tim the broker, who is on Instagram, ended up posting Madison Lecroy's house.
Ooh, son. Of course Madison lives there. Of course Madison, Randall, and Sweet Hudson live there.
Well, they did. This is the kitchen.
Oh, ooh.
Living room.
The green accents in that kitchen, I'm living. Oh, yes, the natural light. Oh, my gosh. Oh, you know,
so this was the man cave that she built for him.
I like want to move a book and have that door open into a secret like speakeasy.
Her bedroom.
Oh, I want to take a bath there so badly.
Her outdoor patio.
I'm so Meredith Marks.
This is her room over her garage, which is her glam room.
Is that her closet? Is that a boutique closet?
Yeah, it's where she does all of her Amazon stuff. It's a closet, a glam room, and a kitchen, like kind of living area.
Oh, I need to follow her Instagram, or I'm sorry, Amazon.
This is her gym.
Girl, I love this for her. I mean, jealousy is like seeping out of my pores, but at the same time, I am so happy for her.
Well, I was seeing where people were like, either she is moving because she's pregnant and she can't afford it, or she's getting something's happening. And I'm like, you guys are morons. I'm telling you.
She's Southern Charm at this point. Like, she's the future of the show. She's upgrading, if anything.
She's literally, she took me, we went to a place. My mom just walked in and went to the bathroom. That's why the dogs were barking. Sorry, guys. But mom would know because I kept bringing my mom to the same Mexican restaurant on Daniel Island in Charleston, and she got so sick of it. But we went and we met up for lunch one day at this place, and she was telling me about a different part of the island, of Daniel Island, and how she wants to live there one day. And I said, oh, okay, I want to see it. So we got in her car, and she took me, and she showed me. I'm pretty sure that's exactly where she's going. It's like her dream to live on that side of the island. I think it's called Doctor's Row. It's like where, it's like, but she can afford it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, good for her.
I'm surprised that's all she's getting for her house, though. And I know, I don't mean to sound ignorant. Like, I'm surprised all she's getting for her house is $1.75 million. The reason I say that is because she bought her house for $1.48, I think. And she has literally customized this house to a T. That man cave was not there. That garage that was done into whatever it was done into was not there. The built-in cabinetry in the closet in that room, that's her glam room, not there. You know what I mean?
Those are expensive upgrades. I'm an HGTV girly, and those things don't come cheap, especially if it's custom. No. Yeah,
exactly. Please show the furry face. Pippa, come here. Well,
oh, Pippa, my big baby.
I know. Pippa last night was
I wish my big dogs would let me hold them like this. My big dogs would never. Oh, Pippa, you beautiful girl. I want to see you kiss your daddy. Oh, yes. Oh, I know, baby. I know. You're an angel, aren't you? I want to boop that nose, and I want to stroke that belly. I want to boop and stroke.
Not boop and stroke.
That sounded bad, but boop the nose and stroke the belly.
Don't worry, Pippa. We're going to keep you far away from Ashley.
That sounded terrible. I'm so sorry. I love dogs, but not like that. I'm not Harry Hamlin, JK.
Okay.
I'm sorry. That was a bad joke. Is it too soon? Like, that was the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life, which is why it's funny.
Well, guys, if you didn't know, Ashley is going to let you know. At this point, we're at the end of this live. We have held Ashley for an hour and 5 minutes. We have gone through a lot of topics. We talked about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. We talked about the pasta, Jax's big addiction with the white powdery stuff up his nose for the last 10 years because we're all so shocked by
20
that.
years.
20 years. Oh, shit. 20 years.
Hence the nose jobs.
I didn't even think of that, but that's a good point.
I mean.
And we also talked about the Tate brothers. Wow. Okay. So
it was
if you guys,
a lot today.
There was a lot. If you don't know, Ashley's going to let you know where you can find her.
Oh, look, Imani's hard at work. You can find us at tasteofreality.com. Imani posted Andy Cohen's reaction. We just saw that video that that Adam just pulled up. If you don't mind scrolling down, Adam. Yes, we've got Ariana unfollowing. I don't know if you're following the Megan. Oh, hello. This is a feast on the eyes. Somebody was like, they have the same nipples. And I was like, and they were like, look at their nipples. They're the same. And I was like, don't tempt me with a good time. Like those brothers could get it. Like they could get it so hard. Like I'm like, older than them, and like the fact that Zac Efron was in High School Musical, I'm always like,
my mom is sitting right next to me because she just got here and she's looking at me like, oh, who can get it so hard?
The Efron brothers.
Yeah, she knows.
I stand by that.
She's no prude, trust me.
No, and like we have eyes.
All right, so you wanted me to go down to here?
A little further. It might be, I forgot what I was looking for, but go down more, please. Downsies. Oh, we have live discussions. Always want to remind you guys of the live discussions. And I don't remember quite what it was. Oh, must not have been a big deal. But please go to the live discussions. We do them for all the shows, all the Bravo shows. I need to pop off in the White Lotus chat because last night's episode was so good. We covered Drag Race, Bravo, and beyond. So make sure you pop into those live discussions. Hey, if you guys have email questions, it's kind of crazy on social media. I don't know. You can email us at biz@tasteofreality.com. Please do, because your opinions and comments and ideas are important. We've posted about Lindsay and West. We had Tamra Judge slip in and confirm on that pink post right there. Imani posted that. It was in Tamra's story. And Tamra literally confirmed it. She said, yeah, I'm quitting. So we shall see how that happens now that we've talked to Kelly Dodd. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And we talked to Kelly. We've had a little adventure.
It's been a lot today. And I'm so happy for Sheena Shea and her new friend, Lady Gaga. Or as Sheena would say, Sheena would say, that was a tongue twister, her best friend. We're best friends.
Our best friend.
We're best friends.
Mom, will you come here real quick?
Biz, B-I-Z, at tasteofreality.com.
Yeah, so you can say hi to Mom really quick because Mom and I are about to go to Home Goods. Say hi, Mom.
Oh my God, Home Goods. Mom. Well, look at where this beautiful mother, obviously, Adam, I mean, good looks run in the family.
We look like twins.
You guys are so similar looking. Gorgeous, gorgeous skin.
All right. Well, guys, we appreciate
the water.
You know, probably bourbon. Okay. All right, guys. Well, on top of that, too, I just wanted to let you know that we are going to start doing some more giveaways and specials for Blow. I felt like for February, I did so many giveaways for Valentine's Day. I gave away 3 Rose Forevers. We also did a giveaway to the Dominican Republic, which was really, really cool. Bill ended up announcing that it's his company, Elevate Collective. So he picked a random winner. And I ended up sharing that on my YouTube. But I did want to let you guys know you can go to theblowcompany.com. Jason has been working at changing our site up and just making it more fun and interactive for you guys. But what we're going to start doing is every week, I'm just going to give you guys a new code. So if you're a part of the Addams family, you'll see it. By the end of the week, if you're using the code and you make purchases, then that will give you the opportunity to just win a balanced duo, which is worth about a little over $100. So I think we discounted it heavily. But yeah, a balanced duo, and you guys can let us know how you like it. But we're going to do that every single week, where we're just like getting you guys enticed to try the product, share the product, see how you like the product. If you don't like something, let us know. If you love it, let us know. That's all we want. And we are working so hard. We are adding, I think, 2 or 3 more products in the next 2 months. So there's a lot coming your way.
Congrats.
Hey, thank you. We're adding pet products, all kinds of products. And we're going to get you guys maybe a little fucked up on some shrooms, but not fucked up, because that's not what we're doing.
Excuse me.
Jason's going to hate that. Bless you. Just cut that, Jason. Just kidding. All right, guys, smash the like button, show some love. If you guys are not familiar with tasteofreality.com and you guys are new here to the Addams family, go over to tasteofreality.com. Mom, what was the woman's name at your work? Mindy?
I left it down.
Was it Mindy?
Something Duval Wood.
Okay, so there was a woman, by the way, who found my mom at her work on Hilton Head. She just got to talking, and she ended up being very familiar with like the Addams family and the channel. If you guys are in Hilton Head, go see my mom at Salty Dog. Go say hello. And if you guys see me on the beach, hello. And let's just kick off spring break and summer right. We have so many shows to look forward to, so many things. I fell down the stairs this morning. I stubbed my toe. I left Jason behind, and we're still doing the damn thing. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
I peed a little while. I sneezed a second ago, and we're moving on.
We're
still living our best lives.
Yes. Go to theblowcompany.com. Love you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.